We're good to go, Cam. How's it going, everybody? My name is Omar Thabit, and I am here with Kameron Bell, 2018 Hamtramck High School graduate. My man Cam, first of all, thank you, man, for doing this interview with MotivateMe313, man.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Omar.
For sure, man. For sure, man. For those of you that, well, I'm going to just quickly say this because I'm going to let him introduce himself. But for those of you that don't know who Cam is, he's probably one of the most humblest people that you will meet, man. He speaks with a low tone and he carries himself like a true man. And that's why I'm happy to have you on live with us, Cam. So I appreciate you being here. But with that said, my first question to you is, can you tell us about yourself?
Okay, so my name is Kameron Bell. I grew up in Hamtramck. I lived in Hamtramck my whole life. Some of you might know my dad, Fred Bell. My grandmother, she works at the high school, Loretta Oliver. I went to Kosciuszko Middle School. I went to Dickinson West. I went to Hamtramck High School. So I went to the whole HBS. I played football for Kosciuszko. I played for Little League teams, Hamtramck. The Motor City Chargers, they used to practice up at Veterans Park. And then I played for the Motor City All-Stars. They practiced up at Keyworth for a little bit. So, yeah, I just been growing up in Hamtramck my whole life. I played sports, Hamtramck Recreation Center, played basketball there. So, I grew up in Hamtramck. I love sports, and that's me.
There you go, man. And by the way, Fred Bell, Ducktown legend. All right, you got to remember. You got to make sure that you got to mention that. You know, if I know Fred Bell and I'm one of the young generations, you know he's a legend. So, yeah, man, I appreciate you sharing that. By the way, like, your family is deeply rooted in Hamtramck, like you mentioned already, a few of them. You know, I know you're a fan with the Wingos as well. So everybody from there. So that, you know, we Hamtramck right here is in the building for sure. So you play collegiate football. So what is it like to play collegiate football, Cam?
It's an experience like no other. Like being able to play like your childhood sport and like go to school for it and like getting an education and do the thing that you love is great. Playing football on Saturdays, still being able to go to college and play and just connect more. You know, make more friends. You meet people from all over the country. Sometimes even like out of the country. You know, but mostly like the closer states. Where the coach, like, where the college recruits. So, you know, you get to make new friends, and then just continue playing the sport that you love and just continue to ball, you know?
Exactly, man. And, you know, my next question kind of leads up to this, and I'm happy I kind of had these questions back to back, is a lot of people think that it's easy to play college ball. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Let them hear it from you, because, you know, when I try to tell people, you know, they think I'm crazy. But can you kind of tell people, first of all, what is the hard work, all the hard work that you have to go through in high school, and then kind of jump on college, all the stuff that you have to go through just to keep up with everyone else?
Really, like during high school, you kind of have to be like a college athlete. Like, you have to like prepare as one. You have to just carry yourself as like a professional, like a college athlete, because that's what the coaches want to see. Like, they're going to give you money for your education, and like you can't like be on like BS and like play around, because like they have to trust you, and you know you're an extension of them, a university. So like you have to like just be prepared and, you know, carry yourself as a college athlete while in high school, so like the college athletes can see that you're prepared and you're a growing man, and like this is something that you want. So just being prepared early.
And then, first of all, I respect that so much. You didn't even mention nothing about lifting weights. You didn't even mention nothing about grades. You mentioned about the attitude that you need to have, which is preparing yourself. Right. So that's a lot of respect. And then in college now, like, you want to talk about that more, about how it is being a college athlete in college.
Yeah, it's like it comes with like a lot of responsibility. Like, you're not at home no more. You're not living with your parents. Like, you're on your own. Like, you still have your support system and everything, but ultimately you're on your own. You're living by yourself. You have to get up and go to class. You have to get up and go to weight training. You have to get up and go to meetings. Like, no one's there to like beg you anymore. So it's really up to you. Like, you have to be dedicated and have responsibility.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. You know, I respect that a lot, man. You're a young guy, but speaking the truth right now, and that's why I got to give it up to you with that. You know, and what about the weight training and the working hard? Because there's people that are probably watching, they're thinking like, man, I know how to catch. I'm the coldest player that know how to catch. You know, and they think that's all it is, you know? And even grades. You want to touch on grades too, academics-wise?
Definitely. Sometimes, before you can get recruited, the first question, the coaches want to know is, what's your GPA and what's your test scores? Because sometimes you won't even get accepted to the university, so the coach won't even be able to offer you a scholarship. So grades is very important. It's very important to, keep up with your grades. That's the main thing. You won't even get recruited. A coach won't even, talk to you if you don't have to, qualifying grades for the university. So it's very important to stay up in the classroom. And sometimes even doing it good in the classroom isn't enough. Your attitude. How sometimes a coach even mentioned to me they check for your attendance. If you're being late in class, if you're skipping class. So all that plays into role how a coach looks at you. And also social media is big too. What you're posting, what the things you're saying on social media, because social media is big these days. One little post or tweet or anything can go viral. So being professional and everything on social media is important. So the whole aspect of how you carry yourself, that's very important.
See, and man, I'm proud that you're saying this, man, and I hope the people that are watching understand this and share this and spread the message out, because there are some people that you see it, and when I see, I kind of cringe, man, I hope that don't come and haunt him or her in the future, because they might post something in the moment. They might be hyped with their friends. Hey, let me post this right quick, and they don't know that 2-3 years down the line, a future coach or a future employer is gonna be like, hey, what was going on here? And you might be a changed person, but you still have to account for what happened 2-3 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think it's very important that you mentioned that, man. So you mentioned social media. You mentioned grades, one of the first things that they ask about. Your attitude. All this stuff that has nothing to do with football. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead. What were you about to say? You about to say something?
No, I was just agreeing, saying they haven't even touched on football yet, because they know you're a good athlete. They seen your tape. They want to know about you now. They want to know how you are as a person. You know.
Definitely, most definitely, man. And so for those of you that are watching or eventually watching this, make sure y'all take note, especially you guys that are aspiring athletes that want to be athletes. Take note of that, man. I appreciate you sharing that. So I know you kind of mentioned the support system in your family, Cam. How important has your family, the people around you, been for you to get to where you have gotten to? You know what I'm saying? Tell me about that.
Family has been everything, because, growing up, playing youth sports and, going to all these activities and, helping me out as a person and getting better as an athlete, family, taking their time out their day, helping me get to practice and get into camps, get into games. All of them cost it doesn't cost that much, but league fees and everything, camp fees, and I was young, they seen that I have a passion for it, and they used their money and their time on me. So without them, I wouldn't be here today, ultimately, player and the man that I am today. They play a huge role, and everybody,
Yeah.
I think everybody.
Yep, that's what's up, man. And I know you said it probably wouldn't cost much, but that adds up. It adds up eventually. If you look back from when from when you were a kid up until you graduated, you might not be able to remember all of it, but all that eventually adds up to a lot of money. So I think that's important that you mentioned that, man. Got Boom throwing a thumbs up. Shout out to Boom, by the way. So we're gonna go ahead and keep the interviewing going, the questions going. So you grew up in Hamtramck. Your family grew up in Hamtramck. So what was your favorite thing about going to Hamtramck schools and growing up in Hamtramck, period?
Really, it's I really like how I got to meet everybody and how diverse Hamtramck is. That played a role for me, a huge role. Ultimately, getting to college, I know things that other people don't. They might be not kind of scared, but they don't have the experience that I do with like other cultures and other races. So like that helped me a lot, like in college classes and just have like knowing different races and knowing different cultures and like knowing how they do things and just meeting new people and lifelong friends other than my race. So I really love how.
And let me just tell you this. Yeah, definitely. And let me just tell you this off of that. And you do not know how much that's going to help you in your life going forward as well, not just in college, man. You might have a boss, or you might be the boss. You might have workers working for you that might be from different ethnicities, different backgrounds. And you just kind of knowing even the simplest thing, you know, like for instance, you know, you might know about Ramadan. You know what I'm saying? I think your video went away, by the way, Cam. Can you still hear me?
Yep, my bad.
You're good. So yeah, for example, like I was saying, like you might know something about that, and just off of that could connect you and it can help you for your future, man. So that's why, like you said, growing up in Hamtramck is a blessing. It's a blessing because you can know about different people and their backgrounds as well, and it helps you through college and in the future.
Another thing is like Hamtramck is pretty small, but like we're big in our we're huge in our own self because like we know everybody. Everyone's friend, like family, and like you know, like as you said, like you know my dad, and then you know some of my family. I know some of your family. Like everyone's a big, huge family. Like we all know each other, and we all love and respect each other. So.
And that's who makes us, man. That's what makes Hamtramck unique, man. And I appreciate you mentioning that, man. So. We don't keep it flowing, man. I'm loving what I'm hearing right now. My next question to you is a question that I ask all my interviewees, which is what gets you up in the morning? What is your motivational factor, man?
What gets me up every day is like I want to be great. Like you know, like I'm from Hamtramck, but like I want to like put Hamtramck on the map. Like I want everybody to know me and like where I'm from. Like being great. Like not being average, like you know, it's good to be like a good person and everybody knows you, but like being great, that's what separates you from everyone else, and that's what motivates me. Just being humble as I can, and just being great as a person, being great at football, being great at everything I do.
See, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Just judging off of that answer and just seeing you in person and the way you go about yourself, man. You're on the right track, Cam. I'm telling you, man. You got the perfect head on your shoulders. You got the right mindset. You're a hardworking person. All that is a formula for success, man. So I just want to give you a heads up. Keep doing what you're doing, man. So for someone that may be walking in the same or similar footsteps as you, I'm gonna say the same thing that I asked Javier and maybe Noah as well. So let's say there's a younger you. I know you got a younger brother. So let's say he's looking up to you and he's watching this video. What advice would you give them? Motivate us, Cam.
So the advice I would give is like stay dedicated and be true to yourself. You know, like you know, there's gonna be like a lot of people doing other things that might look cool or you know that might be cool at the time. Just like be true to yourself and like find your passion. Like whatever you love, stick to that and be great at that. You know, like mine is football. Like you know, like. I play other sports too, but that like which ultimately helped me. But like, I love football, and that's what I want to do, and that's my passion. That's what keeps me going. So like, find something that keeps you going, and like that will like help you, and possibly you can go to school for or make a career out of it, and just go with it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And that is some great advice. My question to you, I forgot to ask you this, is what positions do you play, by the way?
High school, I played a little bit of everything. I was like corner, wide receiver, backup quarterback, sometimes even kicker.
Yes, that's Hamtramck High School for you. You're gonna have a whole list of positions next to your name.
Yeah, I played a little bit of special teams, but I like playing corner. I like playing defense. I like stopping the offense, like clamping up receivers. So that's what I picked to play in college.
All right, let me ask you this question, Cam, because we're done with those questions. Time for us to have a little bit of fun. All right, Mr. Omar lining up. We're at the 10-yard line. You're in front of me. Is Mr. Omar scoring a touchdown? Yes or no? That is the question.
You my man, Mr. Omar, but No, you're not getting a touchdown.
What are my wife and daughter watching, man? You ain't gonna let me at least look good in front of them, man. What's going Nah, man, that's what's up, man. And hey, like I told you, man, keep it up. You know, great answers. Let me ask you this question, though, before we kind of close it out. See, they go by fast, by the way, these interviews.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. So let's say everything works out for you. You play in the league for 15, 20 years. You become the man. Everybody know who you are. Now it's time to retire. What is your backup plan? Like, what is another thing that you're passionate about?
Well, right now that's what I'm kind of trying to figure out also, like, because, you know, I'm probably going to go to school for business, but at the same time, I was trying to think about, like criminal justice, but my backup plan, like, right now, if I had to choose, would probably be owning my own business, you know, possibly get into, like, real estate, owning a couple homes, and just doing stuff like that, being my own businessman, entrepreneur.
That's what's up, man. And you know what? You kind of the way you speak, man, like you're very confident. You know, even though it's calm, but it's confident. That's what I respect it a lot, man. And I know that whatever it is that you do, I can see it being successful. And I hope the best for you, Cam. And like the way I look at it now, man, is now that the questions are all done. Any final words, any final things you want to say out there for people that are watching? I mean, I know there's a lot going on in the world. You know, the Black Lives Matter movement. So this is your chance to kind of like speak if you ever want to speak and say something. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to tell everybody, like, stay safe, stay home if you can. I know everything's opening back up. You know, stay safe. You know, you go see family and everything. Do what you please, but just stay safe. Also, just be yourself. I can't preach that enough. You know, like, don't follow crowds. Just be humble. Be great at what you want to do. You know, listen to the older people that's giving you advice. Always listen to them. They're not steering you wrong. I can't think of nothing else.
Hey, man, you about said everything that I would want you to say in an interview. You know, I know you still listen to the older people. I don't care what the age is. I hope that they listen to you and what you just had to say. Some great advice, man, and I respect it a lot, and you did a great job, Cam. I appreciate you. The only thing I'm going to ask before we end this live is maybe stay on just so you and I could chat for a couple more minutes. And by the way, say hello to the whole family, Miss Loretta, you know, Fred, and everybody else. If you see them, tell them I said what's up, man. All right, and this was another interview on Motivate Me 313, everybody. Thank you guys all for tuning in.